And, I look at when Hunter first did the Camino a few years ago, he didn't have his phone for 2 weeks. We took it away. And his anxiety dropped, his stress dropped. He had all these little ticks. His ticks went away. And I feel like all these things are true. Like there is shitty things. People say shitty things. If he had his phone, he'd be seeing it all the time, right? And what he got was a reprieve. He got to go and walk, 16 to 20 miles a day. He got his body moving. He got to meet new people. He had new experiences.
Yeah.
And he got to lower the stress and say, wow, there's a lot of beauty out here.
Beautiful thing.
That's a beautiful thing. Having, what's his name, get to go to the Camino with him right now.
Beautiful
He gets to go see that. All right. Think about your life in the past year. You got your teeth done.
Beautiful thing.
You have your anxiety probably a little bit,
Yeah.
even though you're not rich, but you have more money now. It's consistent. You're taken care of. Doesn't that lower a certain amount of your daily stresses?
You're right. Does that change the global impact, the societal impact that I still live in, have to deal with every day? That when I have dreams and I want to make changes with my sentience and my free will, and I think and I imagine the future, there's a landscape and there's a horizon, and that's real. And it's not about whether that it being real is important. A real factor to that, and what I see and what I envision with my creativity, with my free will, is actually being molded, I'd say molested, by societal forces, political powers. And while your boy was on the Camino.
So tell me more about that. Why is it all these powers are show me or tell me how they're affecting you?
Okay. I want a family.
Okay.
They're going to require a house.
Right.
That house is going to cost money.
Right.
How much money? An unrealistic amount, an unobtainable amount? For who? For what job? What job can I get? Will I need a degree?
But why is
the degree cost?
But how is that the government?
How is the economic situation tied to the government?
Well, I mean, okay, you can go into the economics, but you could find a job, you could find something. So I'm just wondering, how is that impacting you directly?
I'll be fine, hopefully.
Well,
but it's even assuming that I am.
Right.
What about them?
I guess here's what I can say about that. Because I think this is what a lot of people struggle with. And when you're young, there is a lot of this feeling inside of I can't change this. You feel powerless in a certain way. That is a very normal experience for young people, right? Throughout history, young people feel like, what can I possibly change?
Yeah, they're more potential than power, probably.
Yeah, it's a very powerless feeling because you haven't achieved yet. You're still, so there's that. I think the other part is that everybody has their causes, right? Everybody has their things. My girlfriend is vegan because she wants to protect animals. Another girlfriend of mine is vegetarian. It's like another girlfriend of mine, she has an organization that goes into impoverished areas all over the world and gives micro, not loans, like grants to women in these impoverished communities where they can create crafts and then sell them in the US so that they can take care of their kids, educate their kids, all that kind of stuff. That's her passion. That's her thing. People are all going to have their thing. Hopefully, most people give back in a certain way. I have a friend over here who she volunteers with junior guards all the time and she gives all she can to the kids, right? As we talked about, there's shitty things happening. But there's also people that are giving. There's people that give of themselves. They mentor, they donate, they give their time. We all have to show up in community, right? We all have to show up in a certain way.
Or else what?
Well, then that's the breakdown, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I see that. But I choose to see that people are innately good.
I say by and large, Even if what they consider to be good isn't what I consider,
Right.
I see them considering as good, and I see them being driven forward the
Right.
same way I am towards my idea of good.
Right. The people are innately good, and it feels good to take care of people. It feels good to go outside of yourself
Yeah.
and go, "You know what? Like,
It
I'm in."
feels better than any pleasure I could solely
Right.
experience.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Me going on a trip to England is not as fun as taking all of you boys and letting you guys and watching it through your eyes as you experience a new city, a new meal, a new, interaction. That was tons of fun for me to watch you guys have new experiences. It's fulfilling. If it was just me, it's not the same, right?
Yeah.
And so I just want you to keep sight of that. I want you to keep sight of we don't all have to have every cause. We don't all have to show up for every fight. We can pick our fights. We can pick our causes.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that you have a blind eye to things.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Pick and choose your battles,
Pick and
wait
choose your
patiently.
battle. Right.
The timing is everything. I
So
completely agree.
that's where I want you to help you shift, because I see you go into these tangents about all the shittiness, the apocalyptic, the economic society, the breakdown, the corruption. And and there's nothing about what you say that I don't agree with. I agree with everything you're saying. And I just don't want it to pull you away from the light side inside of you that sees the potential for yourself. And the more that you develop the potential in yourself, the more you create this man you want to be, the more you will be able to give to others, to give to causes you care about,
Mm.
and to fight for those things. Because you hold the power in that. You hold the
Yeah.
power in here. It's just like you look at, well, who was it? Nelson Mandela, right? When he was in jail, he read all these books. He developed himself. He had this terrible situation. It would have been really easy to be like, I'm going to die in here. Everything sucks. The world is coming in on me. And he chose to live here,
Yeah,
and
he chose
he's
to look at the light when he was in all that darkness.
right. And
To quell your fears. No, sorry, please continue.
the point is that I just don't want to see you sink into the darkness, nor do I want to see any young people sink into the
The
darkness.
darkness is just the environment around you, and your
Right.
perception has a lot to do with that, but it's not really you sink into it, so whether or not you're consumed by it.
Well, that's it. I don't want to see you consumed by it.
I'm not gonna be consumed by it. It had its chance. It failed miserably. And well, here's something beautiful.
Yeah.
Here's something poetic.
Yeah.
What's the only thing you can actually see when you're in absolute darkness? It's the only thing you could see, no matter how small.
Light.
That's fucking right. That might have been the case for Nelson Mandela. Hey, you want to stare at the wall with this bucket of piss? Or do you want to look at the one fucking chance you got? Oh, I wonder what was attractive at that time.
Yeah.
And I'm here right now,
Yes.
and I'm looking at you, and I'm talking to you.
Yes.
And lady, I know I might be unbelievable, but I think you should get to know me at this point. I'm fucking me. All right. And I'm not going to be consumed by some darkness. Now, I might be able to know where to go look to find some deep ass fucking pitch black darkness. I bet you do too, lady.
I've lived in darkness.
I don't think you haven't for a second. All right. My point is that just because I know where to go looking, and just because if you ask me, I can, and I'll tell you what I fucking see, doesn't mean that's where where you're gonna find me most of the time.
Right.
And I love you. Thank you so much, you wonderful woman. You wonderful woman. Thank you for being concerned about me. Thank you for extending your family unto me. It really feels that way.